Hey guys, welcome to the Lafontaine Classic Car YouTube. My name is Mackenzie, and this is a 47 Oldsmobile Dynamic 78. You don't see one of these every day. This is my first time being in front and around one, so we're going to learn a lot today together. Here we go. We'll jump right in. So I know that there is a hood release under the dash like newer cars have today. So we're gonna get in there and pull that. It is a nice little polished T-handle that fits your hand pretty well. Those doors close very nice. The front of this thing is very unique. I like all the chrome. I like how it's parallel and how it curves and it remains parallel. It's very neat. Now right under here, we have the second part of the latch. Got this nice lovely little missile up there before I forget it. And here we have, hold this up, that big old straight 8. This is a 4.2 liter I heard. That is a big old inline motor. You see it is done with all the period correct parts, same old school plug wires, hoses. We even got some the clamps to go with. To my understanding, this is just how one of these would come out of the factory. One thing I thought was pretty wild was this big old battery over here. Look how wild and crazy that is. And then air cleaner, carburetor, and a big old straight 8. And you notice the intake and exhaust are actually on the same side. And this one does have a 6 rib, oh no, that ain't a 6 rib. That's a not quite a V belt. It's a cog belt. That's pretty different and cool, man. Yeah. Just as we opened it up, I believe that's how it'll close down. Very nice. We'll take a tour down this side of the car. This thing is super gangster. Black chrome, white walls, just the right amount of red accents. Oldsmobiles are tough. Oldsmobiles kind of have a pretty cool history, and obviously from this era they were doing things that a lot of people hadn't caught on to yet. Even just like the little lines that they have milled in the door handles there with the black paint in the middle. It's very slick. You notice the rear wheels got covers over them, so it looks like this thing is pretty much just floating on by. I'm very much a fan of how they swept this bumper about halfway into the rear quarter panel there. It's very cool. It just has a nice curve. There's nice lines everywhere. The tips are working. Single tip, man, it's cool. This 8 badge, like something you've never seen before. And they were so high tech with this transmission, we'll get into, that they put it in big letters on the back of their car. Not dynamic 8, just an 8, and then hey, we've got a Hydra-Matic 4-speed transmission in here, which is cool. Check this out. That feels very good. Twisting that, and that'll sit just like that. And this is what the back of a 47 Olds looks like. So we have a spare tire on the right, a big old kind of bubble hatch here. We got a road map, some genuine Delco hydraulic brake parts. One thing here that I played with many a times, just for the fun of it, is how good and sort of clunky this is. Feels good. Very mechanical, which I'm a fan of. It closes down just like so. There is just a millimeter of clearance off the bumper, and you lock it right back down. And it's sweet. So little square taillights. Our fuel door is over on the driver's side, and this is locked, but we got a key for it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 panes of glass coming down the side of this car, and it's all complemented by this nice bit of trim here, all polished up. And one little crazy detail that I noticed that I thought was just unnecessarily cool, you know, it didn't need to do it. This could have been very basic, but they allowed this to swoop up. You know, it's got nice lines, nice curves, and ties in with the lines on this car very, very well. You notice the split in the windshield, which is very sweet. This will pop open to vent the cab. We have these cute little dainty wipers that are probably about 10 inches wide, but we're working with two little windows here. I don't want to downplay this car at all. The attention to detail, you know, one as an, you know, out of the box car in the 40s, absolutely crazy. It's insane. And then think about this. This car has survived, what is that, 60, 70 years. It's in this kind of shape. The door jamb I'm looking at has like no filler in it anywhere. I could see all the little pinch welds and seams. This is a solid ass car. And then you look at detail like this. All this wood is here. All this is so right. All of this is so tight. This is some serious restoration work. Look at this steering wheel over here. I don't know if this is ivory or what. I'm told it is rare. We'll get more on that for you later. But this is so impressive. This lovely little ring around here. I feel like it's a crosshair or something. Our gauges have a really fun font. And again, built right into it. This is like the same shape as our glove compartment. Our temperature gauge, follow the line up, our gas, shoot it on around, our amp meter, and our oil pressure. And this one's just showing 60,000 miles. Those are believed to be original. And this is a hell of a car. This wood finish over the dash here. Our glove compartment with the clock in it there. This GM auto radio with these fancy dials. And this whole crazy thing here. These buttons, these pulls, all of it is kind of out of this world. And I can only imagine how you felt looking at this in 1947. So it's really cool. The visors have really good attention to detail. I like and appreciate that there. This headliner is like something I personally haven't seen. Look at the mirror with Oldsmobile at the top. That's got to be cool. I don't know where you could find another one of those. The dome light is even working right. And then we got a couple of lazy boys in the back. No way. And this looks like it folds right up for you. And that's in really nice shape too. That little window, get all these little latches and levers with all of this. I don't know, I don't think you could go and buy this stuff anywhere. This had to be a really nice survivor that someone really took the time to bring back to this kind of level and restore everything. These seats, I'm pretty sure, are wool. Just definitely good for the winter, be keeping you warm. Very smooth, Joe. You can barely feel it running. I am really surprised how smooth and quiet and calm this straight 8 is. When you're sitting there idling, you really have to listen for it to even hear it. You don't feel it at all. I take that as a good sign that this is a very healthy, smooth running motor. One thing too, a car this big, you'd be questioning if she has enough get up. So far so good. We'll get her up to speed here in a few and see how it does. But there is a little pep there when you lay at it. Brakes feel good, just downshifted real nice and smooth and quiet. Everything's very quiet, everything it does. All right, the first of its road test. It's passed everything so far. There is a bump in the road. Here comes the railroad tracks. Does not even care. This thing could probably roll over a log and we'd barely feel it. One thing that's just taking it in over here, the sun hit this a moment ago.
Everything in here is just so cool, so classy, and simple. I really dig it. I don't know what half of this stuff does. I found out this is how you start the car. You turn it on, and this is your starter button. Push to start like our new cars. But yeah, it's very elegant. I don't even need to know what everything does. I had a split piece of glass in here. I feel like we're potentially in a small aircraft. We haven't seen the wipers go yet, but we might as well. Oh, they're vacuum operated, so that is pretty cool. Guys, I'm not the Jay Leno on this car. I like it. It's very cool. Maybe one of you guys could call in this number here, 248-714-2110. Ask for Mackenzie and say, I need to educate that young man because he does not know what he's talking about. That would be appreciated. Yeah. On we go. Even pegged down, this thing is very happy. It's a big body. That was all the get up out of our straight 8 here. It does sound pretty nice, and even wide open, it still is just as smooth. I imagine through the restoration, all the motor mounts and those components must have been replaced too. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you guys for tuning in. I had a blast showing this around. We caught a lot of thumbs up. This is a big pimpin' cruiser. I don't find these very often. There cannot be too many in this condition. If you want to know anything more about it, call this number here. The number is 248-714-2110. Then lastly, guys, in the description of this video, I'm going to put a link to the listing on our website, and that's where you can view all of the pictures and all the details with even more information than I know about this thing will be right there. And then, yeah, thank you. Feel free to like and subscribe. We appreciate it greatly and look forward to seeing you in a classic soon. Bye-bye now.